I'm buying $30,000 worth of this one stock, and this is going to be on ticker NBIS. Just my friends, ticker NBIS. Now, today's video is going to have three main segments: the why, the what, the where. The why, we're going to be doing a calc breakdown. The what, we're doing some stock analysis. The where, so it's where to get in and where to get out. So without further ado, hit the thumbs up button now. Let's get to work. So, what does NBIS? NBIS is pretty much everything AI related, okay? They pretty much support the infrastructure of AI, from data centers to GPUs. They do it all, right? Now, the reality is, one of my favorite things when it comes to data centers is that it gives the same vibes. Data center companies have the same vibe as NVIDIA does for technology. What do I mean by that? There's a great saying that goes, during a gold rush, you don't want to be digging for gold, you want to be selling shovels, okay? That's what NVIDIA does. That's what NVIDIA does, right? NVIDIA supports the tech. When the tech boom goes crazy, what happens? NVIDIA's growth freaking spikes, and they make a lot of money, right? So that's kind of what NBIS does. Now, why do I like NBIS so much? NBIS already has some big major players like Microsoft and Meta under their belt, right, who they're partnered with. And the way their contracts are also set up, one of the things I like the most about NBIS is that one of the ways where their contracts are set up, they kind of lock in their customers in these long-term contracts, right? Unlike a lot of the other, what's the other one? Because is it called crowdsource or something like that, right? They have the competitor as well in this space, of course. And let's see if we can actually find the name of the other company. Sometimes we have these comparisons over here where it kind of does a little Oracle CoreWeave. Is it CoreWeave? I think it's CoreWeave. I'm looking for, but the way they do it, maybe not. I don't know, man. I forgot the ticker, right? NBIS is the video we're making this ticker on. Okay, is the ticker we're making this video on. Okay, so don't go like, oh well, you don't even know about this other company. No, okay. So the way they do it is a little bit different. They do kind of like subscription models and everything. Now, there are some certain concerns when it comes to NBIS. For example, them not being profitable, right? That's one. Right? Oh my God, no, they're not profitable. They're not profitable. Well, the reality is, listen, if I wanted profits, okay, this is a growth stock, right? If I wanted profits, I'll go buy Coca-Cola stock, right? And I think that this is the number one thing that people don't understand is that the fact that they've yet not breached profitability, it allows us to buy a company that is heading towards profitability. So think about the gains that you're going to see the first quarter where they do announce profitability, right? Because clearly the company is on the path towards profitability. Now, some other concerns are, is the AI infrastructure completely just overvalued? And considering that ChatGPT has had a taper off in its growth users and everything like that, is there enough data already? This, that, right? We have all this. We have all these questions that we need answered. But I think the one question that not everyone, can disagree with is that AI is the future. Okay, AI is the future. The same way where the internet was the future, AI is also the future, right? And I think that, is it a question of, is it overvalued? No, I think that the AI space is absolutely completely overvalued. I think that we're in a bubble, but the question becomes, can this bubble grow way bigger than it has right now? And this is one of the equations where I think when everyone, the way a bubble really works is that you don't see a bubble coming, and too many people are now talking about this AI bubble, 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 right? And I think that what we're going to see tomorrow is we're going to see a massive shift, right? We're going to see a massive shift in the markets depending on NVIDIA's earnings. Now, I am very bullish on NVIDIA's earnings, okay? I'm very bullish on NVIDIA's earnings, and I think that NVIDIA's earnings are going to play a major role as to how everything goes from here on out, right, for the markets. And of course, tomorrow we do also get the Fed's minutes. So tomorrow's going to be a major day for the broader markets. And reality is, the way NBIS has been trading right now, another reason why I like it so much is because it's only been selling off because of the broader markets. Now, the $30,000 that I'm going to be putting into this ticker, I'm actually not going to be buying all of it right now. I'm going to be opening a very small position tomorrow, okay, before NVIDIA's earnings, under the $90 levels, because I do see this ticker. If NVIDIA's earnings are bad, I see it easily falling all the way down to this 59 to even potentially this $50 levels. I see that happening, okay? I see that happening without a doubt, okay? 59 to 50 bucks. So I see that happening without a doubt. Now, the reality is that, that's why I'm saving someone a big portion of the chunk that I'm willing to allocate to the sticker to go ahead and later on actually average down, right? Because again, when you're holding companies that have a great, great mission, and they also have great growth trajectory, the last thing that you want to be doing is cutting your losses when the markets are down. Because you got to understand, right? Stocks go down because of one or two reasons, either the broader markets or the stock itself, okay? Now, when you're in a position where the stock, and this is the thing, right? You got to understand that companies bad, right? So either the company's bad or the markets are bad. Now, If the company's bad, that's not a good look because companies go out of business, companies go to zero. Okay, companies go kaput, bye-bye, expired. On the other hand, the markets have every single time there's been a bear market, they have recovered with a bull market. Okay, we've had a recovery with the bull market. So for me, I think, when you look at it, I think that it's one of those stickers that is going to last this winter, and it is going to last this bear market. If we are in a bear market, I think that we're going to get more of a V-shaped recovery all the way to the upside. I think that I believe that Nvidia's earnings have the potential to completely sway the markets and let people understand that, hey, listen, AI is a lot bigger than you could possibly think it is, right? And I think that AI right now, Nvidia's earnings have the ability to be so damn good that it completely flips the markets on this whole AI being overbought or overbought bubble narrative. Okay, so that's something that I'm excited about. And of course, Nvidia does well. NBIS will also surge upside of potentially this $100 levels, which is going to be really good. $110 even, right? But again, it's also dependent on broader market conditions. That we got to see what happens regarding the inflation data and everything like that. We didn't get any inflation data for October, so we got to see what the data looks like in November, and all this other funky stuff that it's all in Jerome Powell's hands, right? Broader market stuff. Now, overall, that's my take when it comes to NBIS. I think that NBIS is a ticker which has a very, very bright future. Now, if you guys want to trade alongside me, listen, this is going to be more of a long-term swing trade. But if you guys want to day trade alongside me and also get access to my shorter swing trade alerts, which happen between a couple of days to maybe a week or so, give our community a shot right now. Our private community is on a 50% sale for the next 10 members that join. And let me show you exactly what it looks like. Okay? Let me just give you a quick little rundown. So we give you access to day trade alerts, swing alerts, option alerts, lessons, one-on-one access, dividend alerts, crypto alerts, Q&A, you name it, we got it, right? And we already have over 400 members coming back month after month. Wilson says, hi Sam, thank you for working on the community. My 7 days trial finish was great. I think you can afford a membership this week. 7K in a 7-day free trial. Now we no longer do a 7-day free trial. Now we do a 2 weeks free trial and a 30 days money back guarantee. You read that right, my friends. 14 days free trial, 30 days money back guarantee. It doesn't get any better than this. Literally, this is on a Monday. Denver says, thanks to Top Trader Sam and Top Trader Academy. 22% in the last 30 days. And show me your portfolio. Was it green last week? Last month? I don't think so. Ong says, my boy, I've been here for a week and you all took care of me like we're cousins. Thank you for your patience and our private chat. We understand this shit. $4,000 the past 5 days. And I'm like, we're all cousins here, bro. Right? And, let's go up a little bit. Chinso says, thank you, Sam and the rest of the mentors. I've been here for almost 1 week and not every day is green, but 100% more winners than losers. I've learned more here this week than the 7 months I've traded on my own. I'll be sticking around after my free trial. Big wins, small wins, they all, it's the best, man. I love seeing people, make money from our community and it makes me so happy, right? And, when it comes to alerts, we give you everything. We give you everything you need. So we give it a ticker, we give it an entry, we give it an exit price, we give it a stop loss. We also tell you how many shares to buy in your portfolio, which is really interesting. So for example, if you look over here, right, we use a 10K account as a benchmark. So we say 2 shares in a 10K account. So what does that mean? Let's say you have a 30K account, you go on and you multiply this number by 3. Let's say you have a 50K account, you multiply by 5, right? Let's say you have a 100K account, you multiply by 10. Simple and easy, right? Again, there's a reason why people are coming back. In fact, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a random roulette. You ready? Say stop. 3, 2, 1, stop. Sam the man's got a market red, don't even matter. Sam's got a plan. Thanks for keeping us in the green, always supplying with banker and great information. Can't believe that I was just scrolling on YouTube and found this place. Truly turned my life around. Portfolio has only been going up since joining, no matter who I take trades from. He's talking about all the mentors. Look at this. Crushing it, man, crushing it. Anyways, give it a shot. Thanks for watching. Have fun trading. Your boy Sam from Top Academy.